Can you hear now? Can you hear now? Okay. How's the audio? How does it sound? All right. Yeah, there's a lot of freaking configuration on this damn thing. I gotta play with this, that, and the other. It drives me nuts. You know, to get this running. This thing is, is pretty much new, so it's like there's so many things you gotta play around with just to figure it out. It's annoying and tedious. Okay, I think I got it. I got it. Actually wanted to stream in a different frame rate resolution. Let me try this resolution. I don't think I could do it now. I screwed it up already. Well, the resolution was supposed to be 1920 by 1080, but I can't select it now. Too late. That. So I'm gonna deal with this now. Let me see, 720. Clear that up. Cool. Yeah, but the screen is not full screen. I wanted actually a full screen, but it was too late. It's too late for me to like mess with it now. You think I should buy a standard over an advanced? What would you do? No, buy the advanced over the standard, because if I had a choice to buy another one or start all over again, I would go for the advanced. I don't think I would go for the professional one. I would go for the advanced, and I either go for the advanced or go for Phantom 4. That's it. Don't go for the pro one. Just go for the advanced or the Phantom 4. Do that. Do that. Because the advanced and the professional almost practically the same. It's just I think it's the camera difference, but the quality's the picture quality is good. But I would definitely go for the advanced, because of the range, you know, and I probably wouldn't have to modify it. You see, with the standard, depending on your area and stuff like that, you may not be able to go far, because I was having problems with it. I wasn't able to go that far in some areas. Some areas will give me like 500 feet, with the standard. So that's why I ended up doing the modification on it. So you should just go with the advance. If money's tight, whatever. But if you lose on the money, you got the money for it, go for the Phantom 4. But if you like, you don't really want to spend the money or that much money, just go for the advance. Yeah. That's another thing. If you're just testing out the hobby, it's good to go for the standard. You know what I mean? But at the beginning, I didn't know what to expect. And I was, one of the things that made me buy it was because what made me buy it was because, well, I didn't buy it. My wife gave it to me as a gift, but I told her about it. But That made me want to get it was because of the GPS, you know, and stuff like that. You know, too low, too low. Hold on. Kenny says it's too low. Hold on, hold on. Let me fix that. Let me fix the audio. What happened was I actually lowered it down because I wasn't sure what it would sound like. Sounds. Let me see. I got it. Once I get this thing straight, you know, I gotta play around a lot with it. But once I get this damn thing running good, then we are good to go. Properties, you know. Okay, let's try this. How about now? Good, good. I crank up the crank up the volume. It should be louder now. I didn't want to put it too loud because I was testing out. I put it up to 100%. It's just you can hear every damn thing I'm pinning about. It was too loud too. Yeah. Yeah, you could ask Kenny. Kenny went from the Kenny Lee went from the standard to the advanced. Kenny, what would you go for? Because the guy asked whether he should go for the standard or the what was it? Or the advanced, I think it was, right? So I told him to go for the advanced. Thanks. Thanks, nasty thug. Yeah, I think I would, you know, if I had to do it all over again, I would go for the advanced. I wouldn't go for the pro. But if I happen to lose my drone, I'm going to think really hard. But I think I probably will go with the either the advanced, but more towards the Phantom 4. I'm not sure, you know, with all the bugs and stuff, but I think I would go with the Phantom 4. I'm not sure, you know. I have to outweigh everything, you know. But I would definitely get the advanced. So I won't have to like worry about too much about the range and stuff like that. It'll probably still bother me, you know, because even I, you know, with this one, I can go as far as I can't see it, and I still want to go further, you know. Yeah, 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 yeah. We could go. We could get we could get the 4 man. So I could sell this one. Maybe get a couple of dollars, right? 50 cents for it. But I could sell the standard and get the advance. Yeah, I'm still like the other day. I was reading some specs on the I mean the Phantom 4. I don't know exactly how this works, but it's supposed to notify everybody that there's supposed to be a live stream going. At the beginning, I was getting the notification, but now it's like I don't get the notification for some reason. I don't know what the hell happened. But it's a schedule. Were you scared of drilling in the remote going through? A little bit. I was a little afraid of. I didn't actually. I didn't want it to. I didn't want to drill into it because it was brand new. I was a little bit afraid. I didn't want to mess it up. You know, I just got it and stuff like that. But I also really wanted to do this upgrade. So I mean, well, I set this antenna on there. You know, because it was kind of annoying. Uh, where at some areas I wasn't able to go that far. Some of them would be like 500 feet or something like that, half a mile, and it just was. It was just it was just like really annoying, you know. But since I did it, you know, it works pretty good. The only thing I don't like about it is that I can go further than the visual. I can lose the visual first. and still keep control of it, but I won't know where I'm flying. That's the only thing about it. That's why I would have to mess around with it and get another, add something else to it for it to go, for the Wi-Fi to go further, you know. But I've been thinking about doing it, but I don't know. Sometimes I think about doing it, just say, oh, let me go with the Phantom 4. Let me just, so sometimes I say to myself, let me just play around with this until it, until it just gets messed up or something happens to it. I lose it or something like that, to get used to it. But it's good. All in all, it's good. It's not that bad, you know. With the modification, you know. But definitely, I would go with the Advance or the Phantom 4. I was in Best Buy today looking at the cameras, and then I looked at that other one, the black one. I forgot what it's called. Uh, I think the robotics one. You know, you should keep that until the Phantom 5 comes out, bro. Yeah, it probably the Phantom 5 will probably come out. Who knows? Maybe sometime next year. You wait for the Phantom 5, right? So far it gets me to where I want to go. Uh, I you know I actually wanted to go like maybe 2 miles, and that's probably about it. Because when you're going too far, it has Phantom 5 360-degree avoidance. Probably. Yeah, that's one thing. It's like with the Phantom 4, they put the sensors in the front and the bottom, something like that, right? But what about when you're going up? Like if you're going under a bridge or something like that, you might hit it. You might hit something, just like it happened to you, Kenny, right? They should have put sensors on the top. Phantom 5, can't wait. Yeah, Phantom 5. Phantom 5 is good. Yeah, man. The thing on this side, on my side, I can't. It says over here like how many people are watching, but I can't tell uh, who exactly is watching. But I could see only if somebody puts in a text or something like that, and then I know that person is on. But it only tells me like how many are watching. That's what it says. But there's lag. Like that's one thing I don't like about it. Is like something that I've already said. It takes a couple of seconds. I don't know how many seconds, but it's and it streams really slow. Like you know. No, I don't see the list of people. I only said it only shows how many people are watching. That's it. You know. Sometimes it goes up, 3, 5, 7, and then it goes down like that. That's because people they come in and then they leave. So it goes like that, like 3, 5, 7, and then it goes 6, 4, like that. That sound much better. I was messing around with the audio like crazy, but I did a couple of things here, there, and stuff like that. I was looking on YouTube, and some people were saying, "Oh, you got to disable this." If you hear doubles because it's the mic is working double or something like that. You have another program running that's taking the mic. The other they're talking about the other program that you have to start up in order to get to live. Yeah, maybe I should knock this screen off here. I'm gonna knock this screen off. There's no point of me having that extra screen. Yeah, I've flown a few times in my neighborhood. Definitely. Can you use an external mic? Yes, yes, you can use an external mic. I could like disable this mic that's on this and just use an external mic. Definitely. You just, in the settings, you just select which mic you want to use. Definitely. That's why I'm saying if I'm having a problem with this mic, then I'm going to buy an external mic. Most definitely. I already saw one I was looking at. I was like, oh, this looks like a really nice mic. But I'm definitely gonna look into getting an external mic if it's the mic that's having the problem. This camera, they come with a little cheap mic. The video might be good, but the mic might be suck. It might suck. Yeah, like I said, I've flown in my neighborhood before, but it's over here. It's too close to an airport and stuff like that. So how was Victor? Good, good. Hold on. I gotta figure this damn thing out. Sometimes this gets a little crazy. Show chat. Okay. Yeah, like I said, there's an airport close by, so I gotta watch out, and stuff like that. So I don't like to go up too high. If I had a dream mission, what would my dream mission be? I think a dream mission. To be honest with you, to go to Mars and then and then fly around another planet and come back. That would be actually my dream mission. If I was able to go to Mars and 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 fly around and look at another planet and stuff like that, or go down to planets and then come back, that would be a dream mission for me. What made me buy the Lychee app? What made me buy the Lychee app was the mission factor. In order, it, for me to be able to go further than the drone can go, like uh uh like uh right now, like if you go to a certain distance and it'll disconnect, and what happens is it's gonna automatically go back home. But with the Lychee app, you can set it further than that, and it'll go and do the mission and come back the way you set it. That's one of the reasons why I went for the Lychee app, because of I can set a mission autonomously and just wait and not even have to control it. That's one of the reasons why I went to the okay, more realistic dream mission. All right, a more realistic dream mission. Let me see. Shit. If to be realistic, if I could take it from here, from where I'm at, all the way down to maybe a state, or at least another state or two, down, that would be a dream mission, because I could actually sit here and watch it. I mean, I'm talking about literally sit in my house and just like have the screen on and just fly to at least a state or two and go as low as I want to. That would be a dream mission, you know, for me to go to another. But I don't think, unless I have a huge antenna on my house, then that probably would somehow work. But I think that would be a dream mission to go that far, at least a state or two away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're gonna need a car battery for the drone. Yeah, maybe someday they'll improve and they'll make car battery. I mean, drone batteries. And well, they're slowly improving the drones, the technology, and the thing is the batteries. I believe that someday they're gonna make a battery, not just for drones, but for in general, uh, that that will last. Once you charge it up, it'll last like 20 years before it dies out. Believe it or not, But then that will make Duracell and the other companies go out of business. But I'm sure there's some type of material out there, some kind of technology, you know, that that the batteries can last 20 years or so. I believe it. It's just that we don't know how to create it at this time, but one day it'll happen. And yeah, Energizer Bunny will be pissed off. Yeah. Yeah, you want to draw that a battery life for an hour. Yeah, an hour would be great. Yeah, 1 hour at least. At least an hour. Unless they come out with a drone that has solar power panels on the top. You know what I mean? No battery. That would be a cool idea. So that way when it's flying, it is running on the solar panels. Okay, if you're buying DBS tomorrow, is it worth it? I think it's worth it if you have the standard, if and also if you want to go distance. It depends. I don't know your area. If you can't go that far, because some areas it won't go that far. It'll go maybe like a quarter of a mile or something like that. If you're getting that problem where you're just going a quarter, and you got the standard already, either sell the standard, get another one, or an advance, or just go with the modification. It's a gamble. You're gonna be like, oh, should to make the decision, because then you're gonna slap on another $100, about another $100 to get the modification. But I think that if you have the standard, you just want to just throw $100 into it, get the modification. Are you stuck on DJI? I'm stuck with DJI. I won't go with any quad. I mean, for what I know, what I've read over and over and over, DJI has the best ones, and I pretty much trust DJI because I've read about the other one's called Solo. I've heard a lot of problems with Solo and stuff like that. I'm sure that there's good ones out there, but I think right now at this point, DJI makes the best ones. You have the standard, and you're in Florida. You should be able to get good range in Florida. You know, if you're going like in the water, if you're going over water, not bad. You shouldn't have it. It depends. If you're going like over buildings and houses, then it's gonna cut your range. Yeah, like I said, DJI. So far, I would just hang with, unless another company comes out with something promising where everybody's getting it, and it's like, because I know that DJI at this point is number one. If you're flying in dense hood with a lot of Wi-Fi reception, yeah, 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 yeah. With a lot of Wi-Fi reception, it will drop. How much did your drone cost, and do you have to register it? Yeah. Okay. My drone cost my wife, because she was the one who bought it, $700, and she got it for me for Christmas at that time. Before they had those sales for $499, they did not have that at that time. That was after like January when they had it for $499. So she ended up buying it for $700 at that time. And did I have to register it? Yes, you have to register it. Right now, my drone is registered, just to stay on the safe side. You never know who's gonna come up to you and ask you, did you register your drone and stuff like that. So you got to deal with that crap. What range in the city? Well, Well, where I'm at this point, I flew in the water, on the water, over the water. I can pretty close get to like 2 miles, but I didn't go further than that, you know. But as far as in like uh, a lot of buildings and stuff, I haven't flown it like that, you know, like over a lot of buildings, you know. I'm not. I'm kind of afraid to go over a lot of buildings in the city. I don't think it would go that far, but probably decent range because then you're gonna have a lot of Wi-Fi and stuff like that interfering, you know, in between the connection. What can the device reach? Is there a limit? Well, as long as you have connection, I don't think there is a limit. You know, if you have Wi-Fi connection and RC connection, I don't think it's unlimited. It's just gonna keep going. You know, but I believe that they designed them according to the FCC regulations. They probably can max out at 3 miles. That's legal for them. I think. I'm not sure. Maybe 3 miles and a half or something. I don't know what the FCC allows you to actually fly at something like this as a, you know, legally, you know, for them to make it. No, it was not hard to install the DBS mod. It's pretty easy. It's just a little bit nerve wracking because you think you're gonna break it or something like that. It's easy. It's really easy. If you look at my video, I had the I don't know if you saw that video of me installing the DBS mod. It's easy. It's just the only thing you might not like is that you have to drill holes on it. I drilled the holes in the back because I didn't want them coming up from the front, so I just drilled the 3 holes in the back at this area. If you look at the video, you'll see exactly what I did. You know, but it's easy. It's not that hard. Well, I don't know who Walgreens is, but as far as FAA regulations, uh, the reason why I believe it is the reason why they give you these numbers is like a license plate. You know, um, if something happens, let's say your drone crashes or something happens, it hits somebody or something like that. It's a way, or let's say you crash into a plane, you know, or a helicopter, something like that. It's a way of tracking down whose drone it is. That's why they made that. You know, that's why I believe they made that regulation. It's a way for because if you have no number on it, they don't know whose drone was it. You know, you could just jump in your car and fucking drive off. You know, they'll never know who it was. You know, unless you check for fingerprints and stuff. But other than that, they're not gonna know whose drone it was. But that's a way of them finding that, you know, whose drone. I just saw the video, but I'm nervous. Yeah, like I said earlier before, I said that if you're nervous, you could have the guy that uh, makes those or whatever sells those modifications. You could have him do it for you, but I think you gotta pay like $100 or something like that. You know, yeah, because he'll install it for you, but you have to. The only thing is you gotta send a remote. But you know, I personally spoke to the guy over the phone a few times. You know, we also text and stuff like that. You know, so he seems like a pretty cool guy. It's nothing to worry about. I think he's all right. Yeah, don't be. It might be a little nerve wracking. Did you catch your drone, Orlando? Do you catch your drone? Sometimes I catch it. You know, if like sometimes I catch it just the hell for the hell of it. I'll just catch the drone. Um, but sometimes if I see like somebody's walking towards the drone and I'm landing it, I'll catch it. You know. I'll catch it because I don't know. I'm kind of scared it's gonna go out of control or something like that. So, and I'll raise my hand and I'll catch it. Like if they happen to be walking my way, I'll just grab it. But sometimes I try to land it quickly when they're walking. But for as far as people not liking drones, most of the people they either will come up to me and they'll ask me questions about it, and also people a lot of people seem to like them. They'll wave at the camera and stuff like that. But I haven't had any problems with anybody with the drone yet. I'm looking at this Facebook. Let me knock this off. The antenna cover. This over here. This is not. This is actually the antenna. I don't know if you're talking about this. This is the antenna itself. It's not a cover. It's the actual antenna. That's the way it's designed. And it has the wires like that. Would you still modify it if you had the Pro? I would modify the Pro if it didn't go as far as I wanted to. Like, let's say I said, okay, I want to fly over here. Like, I'm very determined to. I'm gonna make it here. I don't care, and I will do it. I'll just like, you know what, fuck it. Or certain areas it just doesn't go that far for some reason. I will modify it. No fly drone is here. Yeah, I will modify the drone if I try to go somewhere and I'm determined to go, I will most definitely modify the drone. My son is on. What's up? No fly drone. Just here. My son is over here. Just here, streaming live. Just got this camera hooked up to this computer, but I have had a lot of issues already trying to get this thing to work. Trying to figure out how it works. I had to download a lot of like about 4 or 5 things that were missing in the computer, like programs for it to work. I've had all mine modded. VBS max range to get out to 10 miles, 10.4 miles. That's far. That's far. That's real 10.4. That's real far. I guess you could take it out as far as your battery can go, because let's say you take it out, right, and you go up to half of the capacity of your battery. So now that leaves you with half to come back. What if there's heavy wind and it slows it down? You may not be able to make it back. I think the furthest I would go is, let's say, 60% of the battery. No, I mean not 60%. I mean, let's say I would go is maybe 40% of the battery, and then give myself a little bit, at least 60% to come back. Thanks for doing the lychee flight. Cool to watch. Yeah, Stephen Thomas. I'm gonna be doing more of those lychee flights, but I gotta mess around with the lychee app some more. Factoring wins. I turned around at 45% and made it back. That's good. Yeah, see, that's the thing. You gotta factor the winds and stuff like that, because if you fly out there and you're on half the capacity of the battery, you may not make it back. You're gonna worry about making it back. Yeah, winds are a major factor. But you could, if you're flying with the wind, it'll take it out faster than it can go. I've had it fly, according to what I read, that 45 miles an hour, but I'm flying with the wind. but then coming back, it's gonna struggle to come back. Fly from Philly by me. If you ever come here to Philly, okay. I see. Yeah, like Kenny's also saying that it depends on the windy condition too. Definitely. Tail coming back, yeah. Yeah, you come home fast. That's true. Cause I've had it a couple of times. I flew one way quick, but then coming back, I'm like, damn, it's taking a longer time for it to come back. Yeah, exactly. It says also you like no fly Jones said. Also, you gotta learn to fly it when it's lower than 10%. Uh, fighting the auto land. Uh, right, right. That's true. That's another thing. I've drained my battery all the way down to test out. Can I bring it back? But I mean close by. Can I control it while the battery is dying? Like you're saying, fighting the auto land. Once you bring it down 10%, it's gonna start dropping down. So and if you're still a distance away and it's gonna go into the water or something like that, you're gonna try to fight it to push it back towards you. Yeah, always fly out against the wind. That's a good idea. The GPS track is super accurate. Yeah. Let me let me do go on this. Let's see if we can bring anybody from the DJI discussion. I'm gonna try it. See what happens. It might kick me out of DJI. I'm gonna throw this stream over there. Live stream. See if I can bring more people from the actual company discussion. Boom. Let me try it again. Yeah, when you put in media, it doesn't let you do it the way I want to do it. Yeah, it doesn't let me do it. But I'm going to try anyway. Oh, try it that way. As far as the parachute, I've thought about that. I don't know who sells those or if they actually exist, but I've kind of heard one or two people talk about it. I think a parachute would be a good idea. You know what they should do is put a parachute on it, right? And then put a button in case of anything. You just press the button and the parachute will come up. That would be a good idea. You know. And another thing is that they should make it that if it hits the water, it'll be able to just float. It doesn't sink down. How do I like the live stream so far? I like the live stream. It's pretty cool. I think so I can interact with the people and stuff like that. With the that are into the hobby. So far it's not that bad. I think it's pretty cool. I'm still in the testing phase. I'm testing it out and stuff like that. See how it works but I gotta mess around. I still gotta mess around with the microphone and figure out how can I get it clearer. And there's a couple other things that I gotta mess around with. I've seen people do it, go on live. Like Remote Chief, he goes on live. I think every Friday or something like that, 3 p.m. And a couple of other YouTubers. So I was like, oh, let me try it out. What the heck? But it's cool. It's cool. It's pretty cool. Not that bad. Yeah. The only thing is, I when I did this live stream, I didn't set it for, because right now it's doing 1280 by 720. For some reason, this went back, rolled back. I should have been recording it at 1920 by 1080. So this one's gonna get stuck like this with the two black black things on the sides. What wind conditions I'm comfortable with? Less than 15 miles an hour. 15 and over for me. I don't like to fly. You know, uh, Sometimes I've flown at 15 miles. If to me, like when it's blowing, it's kind of like shaking. The gimbal starts to shake a lot. I don't like flying at anything over 15 and up. It's got to be like less than 15. You have two computer. I have the main computer which I do all the editing on. This is the one that I'm using now, and I have uh, a Dell laptop, and I have actually I have two Dell laptops and one HP laptop, but the HP is my daughter's laptop. I have three computers, two Dell laptops and this one, but one of the Dell laptops I only use it to edit thumbnails. You know, that's about it. Or sometimes I go online or whatever. I gotta print something out because it's actually hooked up to the printer, so I'll print out stuff with that one. I don't really like to do anything other than video editing on this computer. Because I don't want to fill it up with too much of this and that, and then it starts to slow it down. I have two future missions that I have, but they top secret. But those are like really good missions that I want to do. The reason why I don't want to say it because uh, one is I don't want somebody else to do it before me. Like so that person already did it. You know, but unless you're gonna fly with me, then we do it together. But another reason is that I don't want to say it because some people may say, "Oh, you're flying too close to this or that," and you know what I mean, and then they'll try to block me somehow. But yeah, I have two missions that I actually don't want to fly. Unless Kenny goes with me, Kenny Lee, then we'll talk about flying here, there to that mission. But Statue of Liberty, yeah, that's one of the missions that I would have liked to go to. But there's a lot of things there, you know, as far as distance or as far because haters gonna hate. Yeah, they're gonna hate. As far as the regulation, because uh there's a lot of things involved there. If you're going that way to the Statue of Liberty, one of the things is that there are helicopters there that go back and forth. So now another thing is that may want to go up high because the Statue of Liberty is about 305 feet. So you want to go up to where the Statue of Liberty is. Um, but but the thing is that to come back, it's a distance, and then where to land it's another thing. You don't want to land where the park is, and and that where the Statue of Liberty itself, where it's standing at, I believe it's a state. There's a state regulation there, no taking off and landing there, but you're not actually taking off and landing, so that kind of beats that. You're just going to circle around there. You're not going to take off from there on that state park. So that's one of the things. So you really have to look into the laws and stuff like that. And you know, you may not be able to go there, you know, and things like that. So there's a lot of things, you know, but you can't take off from Jersey. There's a park there, and they looking for people that take off from there and land there. At a certain, there's a park there that like close to there. Don't fly around the entire island of Manhattan is a no fly. Yeah, see that's the thing. You gotta look into whether it's a no fly zone. You know, everything has to be well thought of and looked at and look. You know, because I have what's that app called? Let me see. Let me see. That okay. That I have that UAV forecast app, which recently they've been updating it and updating, and every time they update the app, there's a new no-fly zone here, there. They just keep popping up. Different color circles just keep on popping up. You know, because there was a couple of places that I flew from. It didn't say it was a no-fly zone, but now all of a sudden there's a no-fly zone there. There's a no-fly zone. Like, oh man, I just flew there, you know, at that beach area, and now it says this. Now it's yellow. Now it's that, you know. So you know, everything's not 100% as far as the laws. It's not 100%. I saw. Look, see, that's a good point right there, Kenny Lee. You said the right thing right there. You saw Casey flying at a Brooklyn Bridge. You're right about that. Not just Casey. I've seen a lot of other YouTubers flying all over Manhattan, taking it up in the buildings. You could look, even Casey flying close by to the buildings where that's supposedly a no-fly zone. And other YouTubers too. They fly within the no-fly zone. You gotta be careful. But chances are somebody may come up to you and says, "Oh, you can't fly the damn thing there." Yeah, Casey can afford those tickets. Yeah, they probably wouldn't even fuck with him either. He probably they know him or or something like that. So just we're flying safe. He's probably with another guy there filming and so forth and so. We're just doing a film or talk it out of it. You know what I mean? But you have to be careful when you fly. So like I said, I go through the Google map and I gotta go to the Google map. Then I measure the distance. Then I gotta look to see if I can fly there or I can't fly there because as far as those regulations, they're a little flaky. They're a little flaky because I already got approached by somebody, one of the officers, and he told me was that I couldn't fly anywhere. I didn't want to challenge him, but told me that I could not fly nowhere, absolutely nowhere in New York State like that to me. That's what he told me. He didn't say here or there. He said absolutely nowhere in New York State. That's what he told me. He said, and I still was like, oh, so I bought the drone for nothing. You're saying that I bought the drone for nothing. I didn't want to contest it or fight him about it, So he was like, well, pretty much like that. Shook the shoulder, pretty much. That's what he said. Well, I believe they're gonna keep on tightening it. The FAA is gonna keep tightening it up. Where we're just gonna be pushed towards certain little area. Because look, I've said this before where before this hobby, I got into metal detecting. You know, with the metal detector, you know, finding coins and all this stuff. I got into that, but when I got into it, there was so much regulation. Okay, you can't do it here. You can't do it there. Don't do it. You can't dig here. You can't dig there. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't go this place. There's only really in New York 6 areas that you could actually dig, but those areas are already dug up. There's, you know, every person that's into the hobby has been there already and dug every damn penny that there is out there. You know, every coin that there is out there. So that leaves you with nothing. You know, basically they don't want nobody digging nowhere. They don't. You know, they don't want no one digging anywhere at all. You know, but they do have, okay, you know, the reason why they go, oh, okay, you're okay, this is a spot you can dig here and you can dig in this spot here. You know, in other words, go over there and dig right there and go over there, but you're not gonna find anything anyway. Yeah, South Beach. Yeah, I'm gonna go to South Beach. I'm gonna go to South Beach. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna dig there at the Giant Stadium. So, you know, pretty much that's how they're gonna do this. They're gonna make regulated where you can't barely fly anywhere. You know, uh, uh, because what the guy was saying, he was like I said, he said you basically can't fly anywhere in New York State, like that state, meaning New York State. You know, the whole state. So, and then I came to the point where he said, well, I was like, oh, well, you know, they got the RC places, and he was like, oh yeah, you can fly there at the RC designated place. But you know what? This is for me. This is not something I just want to fly around just for the fun of it. I want to record, uh, 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 you know, the scenery and stuff like that. That's like the main point of having a camera on the bottom. I don't want to fly in the same spot circling around me. That's dumb, you know. For that, I'm just, you know, just there's no point of having this. Yeah, yeah. People that disrespect the hobby, yeah. You know, there's always gonna be everything, every hobby, everything that anything is created. There's always gonna be somebody that's gonna screw it up for everybody. Always, no matter what, it's just always gonna be like that. Always, no matter how much people say, okay, don't do it like this, don't do this. Always gonna be somebody that's gonna screw it up. That's always gonna happen. You know, always. Yeah, no matter what, how many times you tell somebody, don't do this, don't do that, you know, just do it this way because you're gonna screw it up. There's always somebody's gonna do it. That somebody's it doesn't matter, you know. It's always gonna happen, you know. Yeah, but in New York, there's so much regulation in New York that they push you. New York is only good for if you like to. New York is good for jobs. If you want you want to find a job, New York is pretty good for that. New York is also good for if you like to go out to eat in dinners and restaurants. New York is is the best place, I guess, for one of the best cities to go out dining and eating. Or if you want to watch if you're into Broadway plays, you know, we have that all over. You know, you can go to New play, but that's pretty much it. That's what I think. You know, because I'm into exotic animals and stuff like that, and even that's like pushy. Oh, you can't have that. You can't have this. You can't have that. No, but if you go to Pennsylvania, in Pennsylvania, you can have yourself a freaking rattlesnake or a fucking crocodile. That's okay. And I say, oh, because you know the people and this and that. But you know, I'm gonna have to move to Pennsylvania, right? But that's the way it is, you know. That's the way New York is tight with everything, you know. And even that, and even so, sometimes, uh, uh, you could fly in a place that that you're allowed to fly, and then you have somebody that makes a complaint, which means that there's a complaint there, so the cops have to show up or and address it and say something to you. You know, it doesn't matter. They're always gonna come and say something to you. Oh, you know, you're making too much noise. You know, are you gonna be done with it? You know, like that kind of attitude. You know, are you gonna be done? You know, don't go that direction, even if you couldn't fly there. Oh, that guy's buzzing it in my ear over here, and you could fly there. And if the cops come, they're gonna be like still trying to push you out of there, and they'll be like, oh, move, don't you could fly, yeah, but you know, are you gonna be done? You know, when are you leaving? Like that type of thing, because they don't want to be bothered by it. Try not to go that area. Yeah, if you're in the right, you see, like you said, if you're in the right and you know the law. Now the thing with that is, you may know the law because you know a cop could come up to you and says, "No, you can't fly here," but you know that you can fly there. You're allowed to fly, but I could fly here, but But the thing is that you don't want to get into a confrontation with the cop, because you know what? Even though you are 100% right, and you know that he's wrong, he's going to want to be right because he feels that I'm authority. I don't care if I'm wrong. I'm right. He's going to want to. He's not going to want to feel stupid that he's wrong. Oh, okay, I'm in a mistake and walk away. He's not going to want to do that. He's going to feel like he's always has to be right. So if you challenge him like that, you're going to either get a ticket for sure, or you're good. He's going to push you into doing something where you're going to get arrested, you know, get you angry, so you'll do something for him to have the means to arrest you, because that's what they do when they angry, you know, and you're pushing it. Oh, but this and that, and you're coming out with that. But I can fly here. But I can fly here. They're gonna try to get you angry, or they're gonna try to push so that way you could do something bad and arrest you, and they can arrest you and then make up bullshit too, you know. Yup, man, you you're gonna have to prove you're right in court. Yeah, you gotta prove right. But you know the thing is, you don't want to go through that. Who has time to go to courts and do all the stuff and then get attorneys and stuff to defend yourself while the cop is just fucking hanging out, you know, chilling and stuff like that. You're the one who's gonna have to run around and go to courts and worry about this. Oh, what if they fuck me and screw me? And you're the one who's got to do that and take your time out of work. It's just not gonna be a good thing. You don't. The cops come up to you, said you can't fly. He says, "Oh, I didn't know." You know, and just okay, I won't. Just take it down and leave. That's the best thing to do. Just leave. He gives you a ticket. You gives you a ticket. Then that's it. You just take the ticket and eat that and eat that. You know. But if he's gonna put the cuffs on you, you better start opening your mouth. Yo, what the fuck? Yeah, he's pocket fight. Yeah, yeah. They're gonna come up to you, even if you have the right or whatever. You know, yeah. Don't challenge the pigs. Yeah, exactly. Don't challenge them because they are not going to want to be wrong. You know, they feel that they are authority and they're not going to be wrong. So they're going to push. If you try to challenge it, they're going to push to get you in, for you to do something, but they can arrest you now because now that you got them angry. You know, I grab my drone and fly it away. Yeah, nah. He's gonna jump at you. The cop's gonna jump at you. He's gonna be like, oh, this guy's disrespecting me. Once you do that, he's gonna grab you, and your fucking drone is gonna fly and come back. I was on public property, but I had a VA hospital. Cop was concerned about the HIP laws. Like I'm filming vets going in a rehab facility. Yeah, yeah. Like if you go on YouTube, and you check out some video. There's a video where there's a guy. I showed it to Kenny Lee, where there's a guy. He's flying a drone over the precinct, right? So that he gets approached by an officer, and the officer gives him a hard time about flying. You can't fly the drone here. You can't fly the drone here. And then all of a sudden, he starts calling in, and the I guess the chief comes out, whoever that is, somebody over him comes out, and then he tells him, or whatever he says, he's trying to fly the drone over the, and the chief tells him he can fly here, he can fly here. Yeah, go ahead, fly the drone, go ahead, fly the drone. That fucking officer, you should see his face. He looks like a fucking dick. He felt like a dick. He was like, oh, okay, and then he walks away. But you gotta see this video. I don't know what it's called, but I gotta look for that link. But that guy, he felt like a jackass. But when you have an incident like that, you know, even if you're right and the cop comes and tells you, even if the cop comes and he tells you it's okay to fly there and this and that, da da da, they generally would still try to hang out there, and 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 watch you. And I don't like that. I don't like that, because one time I went to Florida and I bought fireworks. In Florida, you can purchase fireworks. They got fireworks stores, not in New York, but in Florida. So I bought some fireworks, and then I was reading the laws, and it said that if there's a lot is empty and this and that, you can burn up the fireworks, which I did. It was an empty lot, real big empty lot, and I looked through the corner of my eye. I see cops coming my way. I said, "Oh boy, I guess I can't fly. I can't blow these fireworks." So I told them, "Oh, I looked at the law. I said I could, light up the fireworks and stuff, and the lot is empty. This and that, whatever." And the officer was like, "Yeah, you could fly. You could blow the fireworks, whatever, burn up the fireworks." But they wanted to watch me do it. You know, that was so uncomfortable. I said, "No, no, I'm gonna leave. Thank you. I'm just gonna leave." So I ended up leaving. I didn't like the fact that the officer's sitting there watching me light the fireworks. And that's an uncomfortable feeling. Yeah, there are, the thing is that there are cool cops, you know, and there are some cops there, that are real assholes. I'm not gonna say all cops are assholes, but there are some that are cool. Like, there's good cops and there's bad cops. Another thing is that I won't be surprised that the police department are gonna get drones eventually. They're definitely gonna get drones to go over rooftops and stuff like that. You know. What's my thoughts on police officers having drones? I guess if they're going to use it to to for crime purposes, it's okay. You know, I guess it would be okay, but you know how some cops are. There's some cops that there are uh, they give them a post. Okay, you watch this area, but then there's these other cops that they're hungry to make an arrest and stuff like that, and they'll go somewhere else to go look for a problem and stuff like that. There is a company that makes modified P3s camera for police and search and rescue. I've seen some videos on that search and rescue thing with the drones and stuff like that. Drones with taser would be something to see. Drones with taser, yeah. I'm sure they're designing things like that. You know. I'm definitely sure. Yeah, if I could find that video, let me see if I can find that video about getting knocked off here. Let's see if I can find cop and drone. Okay, I found that video with the drone. If you guys want to, if y'all didn't see this video here, check out this video right here with this police officer here. This is, I think this is New York, you know, with the officers telling the guy that he can't fly the drone in around the police department. So check out that video there. I seen that. I seen like a bunch of guys doing that with the drone with the Roman candles running and I seen that one, yeah, and the guy slipping and stuff and they shooting this stupid shit. You know, people are gonna do stupid stuff, man. I seen that. People are gonna do dumb stuff like that with the drones. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's funny. Yeah, it is funny. But you know, there's people that don't like it and stuff like that. Yeah, I seen those. Yeah, there's quite a few people. Checking this out here. Still want to mess around with the settings over here. End up knocking myself out. Let's see what we got here. Nice start to 12 for you. Just reading the comments here. Originally, I wasn't going to make this. I wasn't going to make this channel, but I felt that I liked the hobby, and being that I was going to start flying this thing, it would have took a lot more time off me recording, doing other recordings for my other channel. So I decided to also break it up because I started doing some videos on the other channel with the drone at the beginning, but I felt like I was going to keep on doing videos with the drone, and I needed to separate the channel from this channel. That's one of the reasons why I ended up making this channel. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna cut it short right now. It's been an hour and about 12 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and definitely would love to do this again another day. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later, guys. And I'm out. Back at disconnected. Somehow. Somehow.